guys, it's Sonia. So I'm back with a video, and my topic is something that I've talked about a lot before, I guess you can say, but I feel like it's important to speak on it again because as I'm going through my journey, I'm having kind of like these transparent moments for myself. And I want to be honest with, the things that happen to me, the changes that take place with my locks, with my journey, me learning things as I go along. And that is making sure that you have enough regrowth before your next retie, especially if you've combined your locks, say from sister locks to micro or traditional like me. If you've combined your locks, you have to think about the fact that, okay, I no longer have sister locks. Sister locks are tiny, therefore they don't need a lot of space to do those reties, to go through, with your tool, with your locking tool, to do your retie. They're tiny locks. You don't need a lot of new growth for that. But when you combine your locks, no matter what their size, and if you interlock using a tool, you most definitely need enough regrowth to have room to do those pass-throughs with the hair. One thing that happened to me was after I combined my locks, after I combined my sister locks, and I went for a retie, and my loctician was tugging and pulling, that was because there wasn't enough new growth for her to do that retie without the tugging and pulling. So she was forcing my locks through these tight spaces, my bigger locks. They're no longer sister locks. And I know for a fact doing that caused breakage down the line. I didn't see or notice the breakage right away. It wasn't until down the line that the breakage presented itself, and this is what other people that I went to tried to explain to me and tell me that was breakage. That's just not just hair growing outside of my grid. And I was very dismissive of what they were saying, but then as time went on and I started to pay attention and I started to really think back and reflect on how my hair was being treated, who was in my hair, the state of my hair, I had to realize, yes, they're right. That was breakage, and that breakage happened because I went too soon to get a retie. Just because it's almost, when you used to get relaxers and the least little new growth you saw, boom, it's time for me to get another relaxer. I need to call and make an appointment with my beautician, or you may have done your relaxers yourself, or you had your friend or sister or whoever do your hair. You cannot have that same mentality when it comes to your locks. You cannot think that the first sign of new growth, you need to retwist or get a retie. First of all, that's not healthy for your hair. That's how thinning, that's how you can cause thinning. That's how breakage can happen. And it's just not healthy. You need to give your hair a break, and you need to give your hair enough time to truly grow, to grow out. I know there's people who just don't like that, or as some people call it, unkempt, or they don't like having the poofiness in their roots, or they don't like their naps to show. And I get that. However, you still have to think about the health of your hair and what what too frequent reties is actually doing to your hair. You don't want to have breakage, trust me. You don't want to have thinning. So my advice to anybody who is thinking about combining their locks, or anybody who interlock their roots, and you combine your locks and you go to a bigger size lock, make sure you give your hair enough time to grow out so you'll have enough space to have your retie successfully done without any tension, without any pulling, without any tearing of any sort. Your reties, no matter what kind of locks you have, should be seamless. There should be no pulling or tugging of any kind happening. So that's something that I realized, that's something that kind of, I don't know, an aha moment again, but just kind of even on a deeper level, like, wow, that happened because I should have waited. I should have waited a few more weeks, maybe even another month before I had that retie. So think about that. Especially if you interlock. Now, if you twist your hair, of course, this doesn't apply to you because you palm roll or twist or whatever, and that's not your jam. You don't have to worry about that at all. But if you interlock, like I do, and I did think about, twisting, but, I think my hair this size is still too skinny to try to twist or palm roll. I'm sure I could do it, but I'm not so sure I should. I don't think that's something that would be good for my hair with, at this size of locks that I have. So that was just my little PSA for the day or the week. Don't be so quick to do reties back to back. Give your hair enough time to have enough new growth to warrant a retie, because you don't want thinning, you don't want breakage, and just really take care of your hair. Your locks will not fall out if you wait, a little bit. There are those who only retie twice a year, 3 times a year, whatever that may be, and that works for them. And it also depends on your hair type and what kind of locks you have, what size of locks do you have, and how do you maintain them? Do you interlock them, or do you palm roll, and twist them? There's a lot that goes into the care of your hair, and I truly caution people against doing something because they see somebody else do it. Think about and do your research on different methods before you just rush and try them, because it may not be for you, or maybe it is for you. But research it first before you jump into anything, because you don't want to jeopardize your hair. You don't want to ruin your locks and then you end up having to cut them off, or and start all over. Just kind of be wary, be careful when it comes to things like that, and take your time. Don't rush. Take your time, look into things, and you'll figure it out. One thing I did want to talk about, I did buy some Rosewater, and it has glycerin in it. And this is it. I got this from Amazon. You can use this on your skin, your face, or on your hair. I do plan on doing both. I'm going to use it on my hair. This is not something I will use every day on my hair, but maybe every other day, just because of the glycerin factor. And while glycerin is good for helping you retain moisture too much of it can ruin your hair. It can actually damage your hair to the point where it becomes really brittle and weak. So always be cautious with glycerin. Yes, it's good for keeping moisture, but too much, you want to be careful. But I did feel, with it being winter where I live and it's very cold, this is something that's needed. So I will use it. I will definitely use it, but it's not going to be a everyday thing. I think it'll be a every other day type of use for me. I also bought my hair, skin, and nail gummies. They're somewhere. But anyway, I just got those from Walmart for me and my girls. That's something that we try to take regularly. We kind of haven't been taking them lately, so I bought some. So we're back on that regimen. It's 2 gummies a day, and it's full of biotin and other healthy vitamins that help your hair, skin, and your nails grow. Definitely increasing my water, pushing a lot of water throughout the day. I really try to just, even when I think I've had enough water, I know I haven't, and so I just drink more. So I'm really pushing the hydration factor. Again, something that's very good for your skin, very good for your hair. And it, helps you have healthy hair, helps your hair grow. So push that water, you guys. I do not take a multivitamin, and I know I need to, so I'm working on that next. The next time I'm at the store, I will definitely be picking up some for myself. So that's kind of where I am. It's February, y'all. And when I think about Black history, I think about, the pioneers when it comes to hair. And a lot of people think about Madam C.J. Walker and all that she did. And she did a lot of wonderful things. But there's some other unsung women that I want to talk about. So in my next videos, I'm going to pick one of those, unsung women that, we may not know too much about. But we should. Women or men, whoever it may be. It's not all women. It's men too who have made excellent strides in, the Black hair community, whether it be products or tools, that we use in our hair. I want to highlight them because it's good to know. I love history, for one. I love history, so I think it'll be fun, looking up these people and then bringing them to you. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. Hey, to all my new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you all for your comments. Again, I read them all. I respond to them all. And if I take a little while to respond, I apologize. But I always do my best to get back to you guys. I appreciate it. And make sure you go to my Facebook page. It's Sonia Locs Natural Hair More group. I'll put the link in the description, and also the link to this Rosewater that I got from Amazon in the description. And that's about it. Take care. You guys take care of each other. Stay safe. Take care of your families. Bye-bye.